Welcome to the drawing board. I am going to be going over some NBA basketball play concepts that I've designed over the past couple of days. I think these could be applicable whether you're playing high school basketball, recreational basketball. I could see this being used in the pros. I'm using a lot of different pro concepts. And hey, for your NBA 2K leagues out there, for your pro-am teams, you could throw these plays in there as well. So let's go over a few of these plays that I've designed. If you like this, be sure to like the video, comment, click the subscribe button. Let me know other play concepts or play designers that you like. I'm using a just generic creator online to build these plays. If you have a better website, please throw that in the comments. I would love to get some better software. But let's go ahead and start with our first play concept here. I call this 4 flare 15 double roll. Kind of a mouthful of a play design name. I'll have to get better at naming these plays, but let me go ahead and describe what's going on here. So I don't have a step-by-step numeric ordering of these. I'm just going to explain them as I see them. So, and then obviously we have a video attached here. So we're going to watch this play in action. So to break this down, we're going to start here with our point guard at the top of the key with the basketball. The center is sitting at the free throw line. The power forward starts right under the basket. The 2 and the 3 are on the wings here. First, we have the center setting a down screen for the 4 to flare up to the top. Once he starts that motion upwards, the point guard is going to pass him the basketball and drift right. While this is happening, the center flips his hips from this screen that he sets on the power forward and immediately comes straight over to the right wing. And this is where the most action starts to happen. The center's coming up, the point guard's crashing down, and the shooting guard is also flaring up. Kind of getting a trio here of just like a bunch set that you would see in like a football play, if you guys know what I mean. So once this happens, the center sets a hard left screen on the point guard's man here. The point guard falls over that screen, rolls down through the free throw line inside the key, and then the center rolls off of his screen and also rolls to the basket. He'll be slightly behind the point guard, so it should be kind of a staggered concept here. Meanwhile, the 2 guard is coming up to the right wing as kind of a bailout option here. So, last but certainly not least, let's talk about what the 4 does. So first, if the power forward somehow gets up here with the basketball and this screen is just set like an absolute brick wall, then when he gets this basketball, by all means, he should shoot it 100% of the time if he's open. However, I imagine there will be some kind of switch here between the 4 and the 5. The 5 will come out to guard the 4, and so we'll have the power forward being at least some sort of covered here. The play really is for the point guard. This has got to be done with a guard that can finish at the rim and or make quick decisions close to the basket. So the meat of the play here is the point guard is coming off of this center screen here. He's using his pivot foot and kind of like, honestly, a wide receiver route tree here. He's going to hit a hard cut, and I'm talking tear down the middle of the key here. The power forward hits him in stride. He flips his hips, looks at the basket. Here's his triple threat. Number 1, lay it up or dunk it into the basket. If there's nobody in front of him, dunk the basketball. Number 2, I imagine that in a lot of these play concepts, especially if it's run over and over and over again, the guy guarding the small forward over here is going to try to crash on this play and help. So option number 2 would be kick out to the small forward for 3. And then option number 3 will be this delayed roll here by the center. This is going to be a big that could probably finish at the basket contested a little bit better. That's what the play looks like when it's, just sitting still. Let's watch it as it plays out. So we start off. The center is going to set a screen on the 4. 4 flashes up. He gets the ball. Point guard comes over to the right wing. He pivots off of this second screen. The 2 flashes up. The 1 crashes down. He gets the ball, dunks it and or passes it to the center. Let's watch it one more time. So one screen, two screen, and a flare up here, or just a come up here from the two guard. One comes down. This will be a little more delayed than it actually looks like on the video here. But like I said, let's take a pause once the point guard gets the basketball here. One moment here. Point guard comes across, gets one more screen. This pivot has got to be so hard. He's got to crash really quickly to the basket. So right about here is when he's going to get the ball in his hands. Like the video is a little bit delayed here, but the point guard has the ball here. The center also will be a little more delayed than this video. He should be around this area. So he'll have like the basic core concepts of defense when you're growing up playing basketball. At least how I learned it is you want to have like your guns out, and you want to be able to look at the ball and see your man and see the rest of the play developing when you're playing defense. The same can be said right here. The point guard's body is facing the basket. So that's where his that's where his kind of eyes are. And then out of the corner of his eyes, with his guns pointed out here, he's got the small forward on the left side of him, and he's got the center on the right side of him. We'll have to wait and see, or the point guard will have to wait and see what kind of defense is sitting here. Like I said, you could have the small forward defender coming over to help. That's a kick out to the small forward. You could have the center crashing down, looking for like a pin down block. That's a late bounce pass to the center for a delayed dunk there, and or a bounce pass to the center who then kicks it to the three. That being said, the point guard has a lot of responsibility here. You only run this play with a guard that you trust making quick, tight decisions. I think this play is unbelievably good for quick action around the rim. 4 flare, 15 double roll. That's the name I've given this play. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. So that's play number 1. Let's go ahead and talk about play number 2. This is double 2 screen 45 wrap. That is, once again, another mouthful. Like I said, if you could help me name these plays in the comments, that would be unbelievably helpful. But let's talk about what's going on in this play. You see a ton of action here. First and foremost, the 2 is going to get a double screen from the 4 and the 5. So the 2 is going to wrap while the point guard sits at the top of the key. He's going to wrap around the perimeter. And once he gets to the right wing, he's going to get a screen from the center. Once he gets near the top of the key, he's going to get a screen from the power forward. So if there's some kind of swapping action here, this is going to create a mismatch with either the 5 or the 4 or even the 2. There's a ton of different moves here that could be made, but let's just say, for giggles here, the shooting guard stays, or the defender that's guarding the 2 stays with the 2 all the way over here to the left wing. The point guard kicks to the left wing for the 2. As all of this is happening, the small forward over here in the corner is going to flash to the right elbow and set another screen. So 3 screens going on in this play here. The 5 setting the first one on the 2, the 4 setting the second one on the 2, and then the 3 setting a screen after the 5 pivots from this point to roll around, or really wrap around this 3 screen and go to the basket. This play concept is pretty similar to the other one. It just looks a lot more complicated and is, in my opinion, going to be harder for defenders to cover. So let's see what this play looks like. We're going to watch the 2 come across, 5 screen, 4 screen, the 3's flashing up, the 5 pivots. He's getting ready to cut. The 2 gets the ball. Now he has the option here. So he could shoot the ball if he's open. He could isolate this. Look at how much room he has on this side of the court here. The 5 could easily wrap full around and give the 2 a complete ISO if he's matched up on a center. What I mean by that is, let's watch this play again. We're going to watch this play out real quick. Let's watch it one more time. So click it. Let's play it. Oh, my apologies. Let's try this one more time. So here comes the 2 on the 5. This is going to be a pretty tough screen to get through if you're guarding the 2 here. So this could easily be a swap. And this could easily be a swap here from the 2 to the 4. Then the 3 sets this screen right here on the 5. The point guard passes to the shooting guard right here. So, like I said, you have several options here as the 2 guard. You can isolate, you could shoot if you're open, you could throw it down to the 5. The 1 here is being used as kind of a bailout option. He's going to be playing near the top of the key here, so you could kick it back up to the top. But let's go ahead and continue with this play, and let's say the 2 guard is going to throw it down to the 5. So once again, you have a 5 that needs to be able to make decisions here. Once he gets the basketball, if he has a clean look at the paint, he should obviously go and slam that thing. But if he doesn't, he could bounce pass it to the 4 and or swing it all the way over to the right wing with the small forward. So I didn't get into that delayed action there. Oh, one moment. Okay, so the 3 here is going to set this screen on the right elbow, and then he's going to sprint as fast as he can to this right corner. So it should be timing up perfectly with the center getting the ball about right here. So let's see where the center is getting the ball. Right there, he should be getting the ball. The 3 should be turning around right about now. Meanwhile, the 4 comes in as well. I like this play design a lot because once again, you have multiple options at multiple stages in this play. The 2 has multiple options. The 5 has multiple options. You have a couple of bailout looks as well. So I like this play design a lot because it's once again getting an easy look in the paint, in my opinion, and or a kick out for 3. So that's double 2 screen 45 wrap. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the next play that I have here. Oh, let's reset this. Pause. There we go. Fake lob corner pivot. So this is an inbounds play that I've designed. And I actually kind of stole this concept off of a generic lob play that happens. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the original play design is the shooting guard sits in the paint. He screens the center. The center rolls around and gets a lob from the 4 here. I want the 5 here to get a fake lob from the 4. So he's going to throw it up like he's going to lob it. Now, if he comes off this screen and it's open, you dunk that thing 100 times out of 100. If not, though, then I actually designed this play for the shooting guard. I flipped the 2 and the 3 in this play, and I want the center to immediately throw the rock here at the 2, because watch how this play rolls out. Let's take a look at it. 4, lobs it into 5, comes in, sets a screen. 2, who started in the corner here, does a dash to the left wing and then sprints back over here into the left corner. And then the 5 kicks it out to the 2. Corner 3, money. This play to me has, once again, a lot of different options here. The 5 has the option to dunk it, kick it, or bail out to the 1 or the 3. And if some reason this play doesn't work out with the 4 going to the 5, watch how the 3 flashes up to the top of the key. And then the 1 swings all the way over here. Your 3 is the bailout option here if this inbounds play doesn't work after the screen. I think he'll be wide open because there will be some chaos and confusion right here off the screen. The 2 has a really strong look at the basket. If it's not clean, you just reset and you run your offense. So that's fake lob corner pivot. I enjoy designing these plays. Let's take one more look at the last play that I have. This is pin 2 ghost screen. So this one is fairly simple. What we're going to see here is we are going to see the 2 is going to come up off of a screen, a pin down screen from the power forward here. He's going to try to seal off this 2 guard defender as much as humanly possible. Meanwhile, the shooting guard is going to sprint up and he's going to meet the guard here near the left wing and set a ghost screen, meaning he's not going to actually set a screen here. He's going to try to cause some chaos and confusion off of a delay here from this screen. Meanwhile, the 5 is going to come down into the short mid right area. The 3 is going to pop up. So all of this action is pretty much going to happen simultaneously after the 4 comes down. So what the 1 is trying to do here is he's going to float left, look like he's getting ready for this screen from the 2, and then explode right here off this corner towards the basket. And you'll have a good amount of options here for an open look. So let's take a look at what this play looks like first. So the 4 comes down, pins the 2 comes up, sets the ghost screen here. And if you run this play multiple times and you see that they start to overplay on the left side here, well, you could hand this ball off. The 2 could wrap and get a clean look at the basket and or kick to the 5. The 5 could actually fade out to the far right-hand corner if the 5 can shoot. But right now, this is what we're looking at. The 1 here still has the basketball. This is a ghost screen. He should have one step on his defender, and he just explodes to the basket here. He should have an open look. I imagine either the 4 or the 5 defender are going to crash here and try to contest him at the basket. Easy kick out here to the 4 for 3, or a bounce pass down to the 5 for an easy mid-range jumper. Worst comes to worst, this 3 defender here is probably has his back turned to the 3 here, and you could throw like a bailout pass over the top. I enjoy this play a lot. I think once again, you have a lot of different options here. You have a handoff. You could actually come off this if both defenders on this 2 here and this 4, let's say the 4 pins down the 2 here, and there's some kind of miscommunication, and the 2 defender and the 4 defender both eat off the screen and come try to guard this 2. The 4 should be open, wide open in the corner. I actually like that play call a lot, but look, this 4 coming down, this should be a very aggressive screen here by the 4. The 2 should come screaming off of it, and I'm talking full out sprint here. It should be a wrap under. I think this actually shows over, but the 2 should be going under here like he's setting a screen on the 1. The 1 comes off of it, and, it's barbecue chicken from there. Those are my 4 play concepts. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to do more of these soon. I guess I'll have to see if I've got some positive feedback on this video, but thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next time.